To attain godlike energy, you must sacrifice something of equal weight. Hear me out. True transformative, soul-altering power is never free. Whether it is spiritual authority, divine clarity, or even the magnetic force of influence. That kind of energy, that requires something in return. And the more extreme the power, the more extreme the sacrifice. You know, divine power is not given lightly. You cannot access godlike energy, the ability to move mountains with your presence, to influence deeply without your words, to lead with both fire and stillness. You can't attain that power without having paid a price for it. The universe, God, or whatever divine intelligence you believe in, doesn't operate on shortcuts. It works in balance, and sacrifice is the transaction. And if you bypass the process, that is, if you try to reach heights without roots, then you are taking a spiritual loan. And every spiritual loan has to be repaid with something of equal energetic value. You know, if you chase power before preparation, you may manifest influence but lack the integrity to handle it. You may awaken gifts but attract darkness because you skipped the inner work. You may receive attention without alignment, and it will destroy you slowly. You know, this is what people don't realize. Power without preparation is a trap disguised as a blessing. It is like hacking into divine Wi-Fi without building the bandwidth to hold the downloads. You will crash. You will burn. Or you'll owe a price that you didn't even expect to pay. Often in relationships, peace, clarity, or even your physical health. You know, a spiritual loan is when you borrow influence, charisma, or even status before developing spiritual maturity. You mimic wisdom without embodiment. You skip internal mastery and perform external success, you know. And the repayment of this, you'll eventually have to give something up. Either your comfort, your illusions, your safety nets, you know, until you earn what you tried to steal. Or worse, you lose something sacred, your peace of mind, your soulful connection, your identity stability, your lifelong relationships, you know, all because you wanted the fruit before planting the seed. You know, the true path to this God energy is earned. There's no shortcut to it. It is not hacked. If you want to hold divine energy without collapse, go through the pain of detachment. Master the art of solitude. Sit with your demons until they name you king. Let your ego die repeatedly so that your essence can rise. Because that kind of energy, the godlike energy, it comes from walking through fire and not burning. It comes from losing everything and still choosing love. From being tempted by shortcuts and still taking the long way. You know, every throne has a price. Every crown has a weight. No, every power has a sacrifice. You can either go through the process and build your foundation, or take a spiritual loan and one day repay it with interest. But either way, if you want to hold the divine, you must become the vessel worthy of carrying it. My people, heal. Heal.